model, which is three-dimensional sketch, which is ISO 7. So how to start with this problem? The first thing is, so first we will go for the top view and create this the bottom portion and then extrude it to 18 mm. So first we will going to consider that. So to do that, first I will go for Fusion software, click on sketch, click on the top plane, and then go to rectangle, select one corner and the opposite corner. Then you come down to this. So here, take 70 mm from the center and 60 mm from the opposite one. And the total width is 50. So to do that, I will go for dimension, select this and you make it 50. And then you take this endpoint to this, you make this as 25. And then from here, you have 60 and 70. Then go to end of this, you make this as 60. And then you give this as 130. So once you do that, you will have the entire, the model has been constrained or entire sketch has been constrained, which has totally turned into black. Then you go to finish sketch, then go to 3-dimension. And here you can see the extrusion height is 18 mm. So to do that, I will go for extrude, give the distance as, now it is showing in the direction. If you are going along the direction, then it becomes positive. If you want it in the negative direction, then you can give opposite direction, then you can give negative value. So that means if I take this to the bottom side, you can see here it is negative. But since I want it in the positive direction, I will just drag this and give the distance as 18 mm. Now once you do that, now we have the first model. That is the base of the model. Then we're going to create this. So what is the dimension? So here you can see I will take the top plane as the reference plane. Then I will just go to sketch, click on this. Then you come down to this portion. Then go to rectangle, select this point and drag this. Okay. Then go to dimension. So what is this? The width is 18. So you take this dimension as 18. Then automatically the other dimension has been fixed. Okay. Then total distance is 40 plus 25. It is 65. Since we are already taken up to 18. So 65 minus 18 is the distance. So I will go for finish sketch, go to extrude, select this profile and go to 3-dimension. Now here you give 65 minus 18. And then since it is joined, then you say OK. Then automatically that becomes the integral part of this, the first body or to the first one. Now you can see here you have only body 1. The next thing is I need to create this as a radius, that is the fillet radius, which is of radius 25 mm. So to do that, I will go for round, click on this, fillet dialog box will appear, select this edge and also this edge and give the dimension as radius 25. So it will be created here. Similarly, on the other side, you have the radius of 25 in this case also. So to do that, I will just go to fillet, select this portion, to select this edge, and then on this side also, you select this edge and give the radius as 25. So now we have the entire thing which we have been done now. So after that, now what I need to do is I need to create this one, which is 20 mm from this side and also 20 mm from the other side, because totally how much is there? Sorry, 10 mm on this side and 10 mm on this side. Total distance is 70 mm. So to do that, what I need to do is I have to go for the front plane, that is from here. So that is I need from this plane. But the question is here you have only 50 mm width if you look from the left side, and you need 10 mm away from this. Since you don't have any plane here, 10 mm in front of this particular direction. So now I need to create that. So I will go for construct, go to offset plane, select this plane and give the distance as 10 mm. So now if we go it in the right side direction, you can see that one plane is created, which is at a distance of 10 mm from this particular base model. So once you do that, now I need to go for a circle which is of diameter 36, and there is one more circle which is of diameter 22. So to do that, I will go for sketch, click on the newly constructed plane. Now, which is at this particular distance of about 70. The center of this circle is 70 mm from this base. So I need to consider that. So to do that, first I will go for dimension and you just check between these two. What is the dimension you have now? So I will go for dimension, select between this and this. You can see there is a distance of 70 mm. Now I will create the circle now. So you go to circle, select some arbitrary point and draw a circle. And you have one more circle. You click and I create one more circle. So here, what is the dimension you want? The dimension is 36. So I will go for dimension, select this and make this dimension as 36. Okay, once you do that, now actually the center of this circle should be along with the center of this. So to do that, I will go for vertical, select this and you select this. So it becomes vertical, one direction. But the question is, what should be the height of that? The height is about 50 mm from the base, that is from this point, which is this point. That point is nothing but this is the model point. So I will go for dimension and you just click on this and you click on this, give the dimension as 50. Now this has been turned into black. Similarly, you can see this circle is also blue color. Now I want the center of this circle to be the center of this. And since this is 36, which is what is the other dimension of the circle? You have 22. So I need to go for dimension, select this, make this as 22. Now the circle, we have given the constraint for the dimension of 22. Now what I want is, I want this circle having the center point as here is the same point with reference to this. So to do that, I will go for concentric. Select this circle and you select this circle. See the color of this now. Automatically it becomes black. Once you get this, then go to finish sketch, then go to 3 dimension and go to extrude, select this profile. Okay. And since I want the direction to be on the opposite direction, you click over here. Now, what is the dimension you want? That depth is 70 mm. So you give minus 70. So now we have the sketch which has been completed. Now the next question is, I need to create this portion now. So how to do that? Now for that, I will go for sketch. I will take the center plane, that is this plane, which is exactly at the center. Now I go for fit. Now I will go for create, then go for project, select this outer circle and say OK. Then I need this line to be joined with this particular portion. Similarly, that line is also to be joined to the tangentially to this outer circle. So to do that, I will go for line, select some arbitrary point and I place it. Then you go for tangent, select this line tangentially to this. Okay. Now we have this pointer. Similarly, you just go to the coincident, select this and you select this line. So we have the point which is on this side. Similarly, on the other side also, I want the same thing to be done. So you go to tangent, select this line tangential to this outer circle. And similarly, I want the coincident of this point on this line. Once you do that, you remove the extra portion. So you go to trim, select this and you remove this extra portion here. So now we have the area. So once you have the area, then I want to extrude this to a height of 50 mm, to a depth of 50 mm. So I will go for finish sketch and go for finish sketch and go to 3D. Now this is exactly at the midpoint. So I want only 50 mm so that 25 mm on this side and 20 mm, 25 mm on this side. So to do that, I will go for extrude, select this profile and go to symmetric, select on symmetric. So extend type the distance, then you take whole length and give the distance as 50 mm. Then you can see that that has become integrated part. So since I want to join to the same model, I will say operation is joined and say OK. Now we have the drawing has been completed. But the other thing is we need to create the holes. Which are all the holes? First you have the fillet radius. This side is fillet radius of 5. Here also fillet radius of 5. Here also fillet radius of 5. So to do that, first I will go for fillet, select this line, and then you select on the other side. Okay, select it on this side and also on this side and give the dimension as 5. So we have considered the fillet radius. The next thing is I need to create a hole there. So how to create the hole? So you just go to the hole dimension. You just click on this surface. What is the diameter of that? The diameter of that hole is 22, which is in concentric with this circle. Okay. Or you can take it from the base as 40 mm. That we are going to counter check. So to do that, I will just go to the diameter. What is the diameter which you want? The diameter what I want is 22. You just here take the diameter as 22. Okay. Then you say the distance, not through all, up to. You select this and go to this side. Select it on this face. So we have the diameter till to a depth of 18 mm. Why? Because that is the thickness what you have this 18 mm. Then you just rotate this. Then you bring it to the center. So you just take it onto that point where you have the center point. You just drag it. You can see there are two holes which is coming inside. Bring it to this portion of the hole. You just, the moment by holding it on the first button of the mouse, you drag that and place it onto that center point. Then you release the first button of the mouse. I will just go to hole, click on this particular face. Automatically that will be considered now because previously I have set that hole as this, and now here since it is the distance is 180 degree, you don't want that, I want flat, you just click on this flat. Then the distance is, you can say through all. So because there is no other phase, but here I have taken up to point because if I say through all, then what happens? The entire place, it will be remove the material from for this particular portion also because it is thrown through. Wherever you have till here, it will going to be creating the hole. But since you don't have anything after this, so you can go for through all option, or you can go to up to 2 point. Then you can select the bottom face, or you can give the distance as -18, whichever you feel it is right, you can give. Now then you just drag it out. Now we have the two centers here. I just take it to the first one and you just place it over there and say click on OK. Now this is how you will be able to create the model. Once you create the model, then what I need to do is I go for change the coloring appearance. Now you come down to a paint, then you come down to glossy, then take red, then drag it and say close it. Now this is how you will be creating model now. Then I want to take it to the drawing. How to do that? First I need to save this. So I will just go for a save and then it will goes for the proper location. It comes to the proper location where exactly you want. You select that particular portion and I will simply say one model, first model, which is whatever you want, or else you can give the, this one is ISO underscore 7. So here I will type ISO underscore 7 and the location it will be considered. If you want to change the location, what you can do is you can just go to the panel, show data panel, and then you can go to the project, and from there you can create the project here. So I want to go for the same whatever I created in the earlier stages. I will go to this double click on this particular folder. So we have the, from the home, it is come to this folder. Now I want to save this. You just go to the save and save, and I will say ISO underscore 7. Okay, and say underscore 7. Once you get this, now I need to go for the drawing. So here I will go for the scale. You just click on this, take 1:1. And then since I want the front view, how the front view should look? The front view should look like here. The front view should look like this. That means I should want the front view to become like this. So to do that, I will go for here, take the right and click on this. Now you can see that portion has been coming here now. You just click over this and say OK. Once you do that, you have the front view. Then you go to the projected view, click on this and you take to the top and you just click over this. And similarly, you take it to the right or the left view, click on this and you take this to the isometric and say enter. Then you just double click on this and go to the shaded portion and say close. Now I need to create the drawing or the dimensions. How to do that? So first I want the entire the portion of 70 and 60 I want. So go to dimension, go to linear dimension, take end of this to end of this, take 130. Okay. Similarly, take end of this to end of this, take 70. Then I want the center position. Select on this. You have the center line. Similarly, you have the center line between these two. Okay. The next thing is I want this height. So what is the height of this? The height is 40. So you just come down to dimension, linear dimension, take end of this to end of this, give 40. Then I want the diameter and the radius dimensions. So you just go to radius dimension. You just click on this, take the radius as 25. Okay. Then take the radius as 25. Then I want this portion, which is again diameter is 22. Take this dimension, go to diameter, select this and give the diameter as 22. And then here this height is given. So again this diameter we are getting. So then here we have this diameter. Take this diameter as 22 and this diameter as 36. Once you do that, then the height of this is 50. So you take linear dimension. Okay. Select the endpoint of this to endpoint of this. Take this dimension as 50. And then again, you take this dimension between these two and as 18. Then I want this width, which is 50. Okay. Then you take between these two, which is 18. Okay. Then which are all the other dimensions I want? So here I want 10, 10 on this side. Select between these two, it will be 10. Okay. And the other dimension automatically you will get 10 on this side also. Totally it will going to become 70. Then we have any other dimension to be shown? Yes, radius 5 on this side and all other dimensions which I have shown. Then I want this fillet radius. You just go to the dimension, go to radius, select on this and give the dimension as radius 5. Similarly on this side and similarly on this side. So we have all the dimensions which we have covered. So this is how you will be able to create the model by using the, let's go for zoom window, by using the Fusion software. So this is what the conversion of three-dimensional drawing into two-dimensional drawing and give all the dimensions which is required. You can also go for the auto dimension, but the problem is you will not be able to get what the desired one. So since we want the desired one, like whatever it has been shown in the model, the same thing I want it in this. So it is better to go for actual going for dimension by doing it manually.